Good afternoon, designers, and welcome to this week's episode of Game of Rugs. There has been really a lot going on this week, and I barely know where to begin. But we're gonna give it a start. We're gonna dive right in because there's so much to talk about. First of all, let's start with this week's limited edition items, which were promoted to us in our game inboxes and by email as being new. New. Lovely new things. There I don't believe that a single item of either one of these sets is new. Um the the Tranquil Home blue floor stuff, the plants and the floor decor, not new. And that weird stacking rock thing, also not new. By the way, do not stack rocks at beaches. It's apparently really bad and it's disruptive to the little under the rock environments of all the animals that are there. I don't fucking know, but when people tell me don't do that shit, it's bad for the environment, I'm like, that's fine. I have more important things to do with my life than stack rocks and ruin a hermit crab's week. I don't know what to tell you. Modern refresh. This one was not before my time, but it was a while ago. I mean, am I glad it's back? Yes, because who does not want cute little hanging baby animals for their floor? And also, we all like a basket, and I know that these plants were some people's favorite plants, but none of it's new. It's all recycled. Also, just so you know, that tiny little white and green plant over there, the table decor, it's 450 diamonds and it's tiny. Don't buy it. Buy the aloe vera for 150 euros. It's like 3 times cheaper and bigger and looks better. So anyway, that was a lie. Then we got bar stools and people were big mad about that. I mean, first of all, I gotta tell you that in a game where they tell you to put a cocktail table in every baby's room, I don't know why adding bar stools to your bathroom or whatever is some kind of huge fucking shock. But if you don't want to buy bar stools, don't do rooms with bar stools. There you go. Problem solved. What else was super weird? Oh yeah, the new My Homes. We got new My Homes. Okay, let's talk about the My Homes. The point of contention here is not that we got My Homes. It was that we all got an email saying wallpaper and paint colors were coming and it was so exciting and they knew it was the thing we had all been looking forward to. And then it turned out that you could only buy them in My Homes, and it's like 1,750 diamonds to buy some wallpaper that you can only use in My Homes. You can't buy it and use it in other rooms for other for challenges. Um, and nobody looks at your My Homes. I mean, if it makes you happy, do it. Live your best life. I use my homerooms clearly as dump rooms. Like, sorry. God, no, I don't want to share that. I can't believe I'm sharing it with you. It's a great excuse to get rid of mismatched chairs, as you can see here. Nobody sees it. Nobody cares. Um, Theoretically, you can visit your neighbors and look at their My Homes. Uh, I'm far too self-involved with that. For that, this was the nicest looking room I put together. There is a dark blue wallpaper with flowers on it that's absolutely stunning. Not buying it. Okay. Anyway, so we have all of those, and okay, thanks. And then what else? Sorry, I'm so sorry. I have a cough. I got some results. The competition for this room was so stiff. People did absolutely gorgeous rooms that got like fours, and there were perfect rooms that I saw get 4 9s, and it's just because everybody was up against so many rooms that were so spectacular. I don't have a complaint about this. I mean, if other people's entries had been shit, I would be annoyed that this got a 4.56 because I think it's a nice room, although I have regrets about the rug, but everybody else's rooms were just absolutely lovely. The winning rooms are not a good example of rooms that were absolutely lovely, but I saw beautiful rooms in voting. And yeah, I can't be mad about it. So that's fine. Not now. Thank you. Blooming in Berlin. I remember liking this room? Oh, I did because it was nice to use this rug and this wall art. If nobody likes it, and you also had to use a blue chair, which was weird because the walls are black. I guess that by blue they really meant turquoise, as they so often do. And everybody in Design Home decided that turquoise and black go together, which they fucking do not. Never mind. Never mind. I don't know why I play this game. Montego Bay Bliss. Ouch. Ouch. That's a 4.11. That is a pain that's going to linger. This is a nice room, and I use limited edition stuff here. And also, I spent a good 12 minutes picking lamps. And then I paid a bunch of money for these lamps. And now I'm pissed. Well, what's got fives? Oh, fuck you, turquoise. God damn it. These people and their hard on for this disgusting color. Ugh. I'm not saying it doesn't look nice. I'm just saying the same thing I say every week. You know, whatever. Okay, fine. Key West. Okay. I'm sure other people had better rug ideas. What were they? Oh, right. To just buy the rug from this week's limited edition. Yeah, no, thanks. So I'm not doing that, but it's a limited edition week with limited edition stuff. And so a 4.65 is a perfectly good score. So that's fine. Other scores that were worth talking about. This, this room here. I got a 5 on this room. It uses no limited edition items at all. It is, however, so brown. It's so brown. But what are you going to do? They gave you a brown room to decorate, so I decorated it with brown stuff. Uh, what I will say is I posted it on the Design Home subreddit, and people were very complimentary about it. They absolutely loved it. And I'm like, thanks, I hate it. And I do, I hate it. It's so brown. I do not like brown. There's nothing you can put brown with except orange that makes it remotely acceptable to me. I mean, red or green sometimes, but I still hate it, and I hate this room. And I can recognize that this room is good and still hate it. It's not to my personal taste, however, it is exactly the kind of room that scores well in Design Home. But thank you to everybody who was complimentary about this room. I still hate it. It also reminds me of a hotel that we went to where everything was brown. It's a 5-star resort, and it was horrendous. Everything was brown. The walls were brown, the carpets were brown, the bedding was brown, the fucking bathrobes were brown. Who wants a brown bathrobe? Nobody. Nobody wants a brown bathrobe. It just makes you, I mean, it makes you suspicious on a level that someone has shit in the bedding and they haven't actually done the laundry properly. I mean, ugh. Okay, so I had other things to complain about. I did. Um, what were they? Okay. Oh, yes. I also, just as a public service announcement, wanted to let you know that it is Deals Week on Google Play. So if you are an Android user, you get, for every dollar that you spend in Design Home buying diamonds, you get 4 points instead of the normal 1 point, and the points do add up. I consider them rainy day savings. So I have 2,194 points, which I can cash in for 20 euros in play credit, which I can then spend on $20 in diamonds, and get free stuff while it's hot. And what was the other thing? Oh, and no, wait, there was this interesting thing that happened as well. People were upset about the bar stools this week. Last week we were all upset about the dining chairs, and a weird thing happened and I can't get it to happen again. But I was doing this room and struggling and putting chairs in, and I picked a chair. No, I put something down. I must have put an end chair down, and then I went to choose the side chair, and when I touched the side chairs, this popped up and it pointed and it drove me to this selection to say that it had coordinating side chairs for the end table chairs I had already picked. So everybody was saying that they can't find the shit that matches if they're going to force us to use two different armchairs and side chairs, if we can't use side chairs as armchairs anymore. They seem to have addressed this problem, but I am curious to see if we can get that to happen again, because I like that room. It's challenging, it's interesting. So this is going to be maybe a not so long effort because I believe episode because I believe that's everything that I wanted to cover. The only final thing that I wanted to be sure to cover was that when you pick a chair, so I've picked this Tommy Bahama chair, and it's a side chair, and then I go to the armchair. It now has a green tag that says in set. So it shows you when a chair is part of a set, which is pretty cool. And that's it, really. So thank you so much for joining me today. If you enjoyed this episode of Game of Rugs, please feel free to give it a thumbs up. And if you would like to become a subscriber, we would love to have you. Bye now.